So your contacts are obviously so important in this business. Without contacts, we don't have a business. One thing that we do to every day to build a huge business is find new contacts. And one thing that we'll talk about later, follow up with them on a regular basis as well. So, with contacts, you start with the people that you know. It's like the assets of your business. And I always recommend to people to always, I know it's very old school, but write a list. When you sign up someone new to this business, encourage them if they want to build the business. If they just want to sell products, they might not have to do these things. But if they want to look at that conversation plan and think, how do I get to the top? I highly recommend that they do these basic things. Now, I always recommend to people, write a list of every person that you know. Do not prejudge, because I say to a lot of people is, if the person that signed me up, she said to me that she would never have approached me about this business because, one, I was a guy and she didn't think I'd be interested in selling beauty products, but two, she thought that I had a successful job already and I wasn't looking for anything. But she didn't know that deep down I had this burning desire to looking for something that I can use to become my own boss, have more freedom and flexibility, right? So you never know, no matter how successful people are, no matter what gender they are, no matter what age they are, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. So don't be a fortune teller. Just write everyone down on this list. Be prepared to work with social media. This is, an old statement on the slide that we have. I'm sure everybody works with social media now, but social media is a great tool for us to be able to connect with more people in further and wider in this world. Okay, so social media is a great asset, and one of the main reasons why we've had faster growth over the last 5-6 years, I believe. So I always say, with your list, focus on finding 3 new people a day. Okay, so once you've got your list of people that you know, also work on adding to that list. So through social media, how can I connect with 3 new people every single day? Okay, if you just do that consistently, trust me, this business is all about just being consistent and doing these basic things every single day. So once you've got your list of everyone that you know, so what we call your warm contacts, you want to split them out into 4 kind of a separate lists, or 4 categories, if you like. So obviously you've got your family. So anyone in your family on your list, categorize into one place. Anyone that from work colleagues or business, if you're a business owner, put them into one. Past and present. Okay, so anyone that you know from previous jobs, put them into this category as well. Obviously your friends and your community. So your communities might be your hairdresser, or maybe someone you meet or know from the hairdressers, someone that works at your local shop, anyone, the school mums. Okay, so anyone in your local community that you might know or know of. You don't have to actually physically know everything about these people. You have to know of them. So I remember on my list, I had a name of a friend, and then I had an acquaintance that I'd met through them. I couldn't even remember their name, but I was like, oh, that person was super bubbly and upbeat, and that's someone that I want to talk to about this business. So you don't have to know every detail, but just write them on the list, and it will help you remember more and more people. Okay, and remember that social media is all about engagement. Engage with new people on your social media platforms to create new contacts. Okay, so liking, commenting, replying to stories, DMing people. It's all about, how can I connect with more new people, learn about them, and maybe have an opportunity to present this business or the products to them, or they might come to you. So like I said, once you've got your list, one thing that I recommend people do is highlight their top 50 people. Okay, who are the most influential people on that list? Okay, out of your 4 categories, how can you maybe come up with 10 people in each category, or just 50 people in total? Okay, so the top people, these are people that are super driven, super successful, always looking for opportunities, always selling stuff, love skincare, great following on social media, always on social media, whatever it is. Okay, who are the most influential people on your list? And next to them 50 people, you want to write down, okay, and this is why it's important to write it down or do a spreadsheet. Who is that person? What do they do for a living? okay? Really important to understand. These basic things that you write down will help you on the later steps of inviting and stuff like that. So this is like the pre-work. Like Holly said, you have to plan in this business to be successful. If you do all this pre-work with your warm contacts first before approaching them, you'll probably do it in a much better way than just like I did when I first saw this business. I just went to every person I know, oh my God, you've got to join this business. You can make £20,000 a month. You can, skincare products that make your skin lift in 10 minutes. Like, I was just saying all kinds of stuff that people must have been like, whoa, what is this? So really take the time to identify who is that person, what they do for a living, why would they be good at this business, or why would I want to work with this person, like a compliment, okay? So it might be that they're super motivated, they're driven, they love skincare, whatever it is. Write down that 2-3 things that you love about that person and why you think they'd be great, because you can use that in the invite that we're going to talk about in a moment, okay? And one thing that, is a good tool is this OIC chart, OIC, organization information chart. Once you've got your 4 categories, that's the reason why we split them in family, business, friends, and community, is because if you have a list of each one of those categories, you can go and write them, write your top 50 people down in each category and think, okay, well, who's the best person in this list? So you might have your friends here, and I don't know, I might put, Holly is probably the most influential person, and oh, she knows Perry, and she knows somebody else, and we all know these same people. But I know if Holly gets in, all the rest are in, right? So you want to put Holly if at the bottom of the list or the top of the list. It doesn't matter, but what you want to do then is use that as a fear of loss for the others, okay? There's always a stronger motivation of the prospect of losing something than gaining something, okay? So people might, oh, you can, get a free trip, but if you approach someone and be like, hey, Holly's going to join this business, and if you don't join, you're going to potentially miss out Holly being in your team, okay? So if I was approaching someone that me and Holly both knew, I would be like, hey, I'm going to go and speak to Holly about this, but I thought I'd approach you first to see if you're interested. And if you are interested, if Holly's also wants to jump on board, she could be in your team. So they have this fear of loss. Or if Holly's already joined, you can be like, look, me and Holly are doing this. We're going to be super successful. You want to jump on board with this too, okay? So you want to give these people the fear of loss. And you do that by being organized and knowing who are you speaking to. If you've got this list and you've organized, you know who you're going to speak to, who you both know, and 2 people speaking to a friend about this business is much more powerful than 1. 3 people is more powerful than 1. The more people that you can get on board with this plan and work down that list, the more success, the more opportunity you have of being successful. So I'm going to invite on now a testimonial to speak more about how they work their contacts. She's an incredible leader, all the way over from Ireland. She's super energetic, and I'm sure she's going to give you some amazing tips. She's a Emerald director. Like I said, been very quick. It took me, I think, 5 years to become an Emerald. She's done it very quickly. So please welcome Colleen.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Tom. As Tom has said, my name's Colleen, and I've been involved with Nu Skin now for 4 years. Actually, this month is my 4th year anniversary, similar to Sherilyn as well. So I've been obviously involved 4 years now, and I actually have built my business alongside being a full-time advanced practice physiotherapist, planning a wedding, moving to Ireland, and everything else in between. So I always say, if I can make this business a success, so can you too. So whenever I first started this business, I was actually prospected by a colleague. So a warm contact prospected me about this business, and she was actually leaving her full-time job to go pursue Nu Skin. And that was so powerful for me, because I could see in real life that this was a real business opportunity that potentially I could get involved with too. And 4 years later, here I am, and not looking back at all. So one of the top things that I did when I first got started, exactly as Tom has said, I wrote out my warm contact list. So I actually wrote out a list of 200 people And I set that challenge for myself of people from family, community, business, people who I knew were influential in their friends group, people who had maybe had successful careers, their own businesses. I tried not to prejudge. As Tom has said, you can never prejudge anyone, even people who potentially are looking like they're really successful in their current career, may be longing for time freedom. And that's something that a lot of careers or traditional businesses can't give you, but Nu Skin can. So I wrote a list out of 200 people and I actively started going through them. Now, it wasn't easy. It was a nerve-wracking experience, but one of the best pieces of advice that I was given was you would rather somebody say no to you than yes to somebody else. And well, that struck home to me. So I was messaging everyone at the time. And one of the key things with messaging your warm contacts is even if they say no, it's not a solid no. It's not a no forever. I always say that no just means not right now. Okay, we have to wait till the timing is right, and their goals align with what we can give them at Nu Skin as well. So if people are saying no to you too, they can potentially be introducing other people to this business. If it's not the right time for them, they may have incredible contacts that they can pass your way. They may have people who potentially are looking for products that they can pass your way as well. And this is the key thing. When you're reaching out to contacts, you're planting that seed with these people that can really start to expand and grow your business. And it's so important that if somebody does say no, that you just don't stop talking to them, that you keep that relationship with them, keep building that relationship, because when the timing is right for them, they will be coming back to you to grow their business alongside you as well. One of the other key things too is how many of you right now have said no to people multiple times before you started this business opportunity. So do just remember that they're not saying no to you. It's the business that's just not right for them at this moment in time. You can also change your cold contacts on Instagram to your warm contact list as well. We should constantly be updating our warm contact list. As Tom has said, you want to be reaching out to people every single day. 3 new people a day is 21 people a week, 90 people a month, and over 1,000 people per year. If you want to move faster, we talk to more people on a daily basis. And one of the last pieces of kind of advice that I will leave to you, it has been said that on average, people have 4 to 6 blue diamonds in your warm contact list. So go out, feel the fear, embrace it, message those people, plant those seeds, and go find your blue diamonds. And I'm going to hand back to Holly.